In this lecture, we will learn about the old editing interface of WordPress. If you have to work with an older version of WordPress, you will get the classic editing interface for pages and posts. From WordPress version 5, the new Gutenberg editor, or the block editor, was introduced. It is good to have an idea about the classic editor in case you have to work with an older version. You can get the classic editor for posts and pages in a recent WordPress using this classic editor plugin. If you are following this course using the free WordPress.com site, you can switch to Classic Editor using this Classic Editor link. WordPress.com sites have this classic switching functionality by default. You see a warning saying some formatting may be lost switching from block to classic interface. As this post was created with Block Editor, we see this warning. Let's go ahead with this warning. The old editing interface won't be much difficult if you are already familiar with block editors. This is the title field. Here is the permalink you can edit in this input field. This is the content editing area. Instead of blocks, all the contents are here together. Image, paragraphs, all are here with the design I set in the block editor. At the top of the content area, you see different formatting options for texts. An Add Media button to top of that to insert an image or other media file in the content area. Here you see two tabs, Visual and Text. Text tab shows you the content as HTML. If you are comfortable with HTML editing and need some special HTML formatting, you can do that here. In the Publish box, you can change the status. You can set visibility to public or private here. Then you have the options to see different versions through this revision link. The option to set a publish date is after that, so if you want to schedule a post, you can do that here. If you compare this with Block Editor, all the options are here, but the arrangement is different. The Categories box is here, and you can also add a new category using this link. After category, the tag option. To add a tag, type in the tag in the input field and click Add. At the bottom you get the option to set the featured image. Let's add a new post in Classic Editor and see how it looks on the front side. In the free WordPress.com site, click the arrow after Add New and then choose Classic Editor. Type in the title and some text. Let's add an image before texts. I can drag and drop to resize the image. Also, it has an image editing toolbar at the top. Let's edit some image feature using the toolbar. I will center the image and set the size large. I will choose category food, add a tag, food. And lastly, I will add a featured image. Now I can either save draft or publish the post. I will publish now and check in the front site. This is the published post in the front site. We can see the title, and then the featured image. In the content area, the image, and then texts as we had added. Also the food category and tag at the bottom. So the front site is the same, either edited in Block Editor or Classic Editor. Now let's see how to get this Classic Editor for local or default installation of WordPress. Install this Classic Editor plugin. Then from the plugin listings page, activate this and go to Settings. This setting is actually from Writing Settings. You can choose the Classic Editor or Block Editor. If you create a new page or post, by default it will open in the classic editor. To get back the block editor, you can go to the writing settings and choose block editor, then save. Now you see the block editing interface in the Add New page. If you work with the recent version of WordPress, you will get the Gutenberg block editor, which is more advanced. In case you need to work with an older version, now you know how to deal with that. Let's jump to our next lecture.